India need to come back against England and Edgbaston if they have any shot at winning the Anderson Tendulkar Test series. Now, in the first test, it was a great game, and it went right down the wire with third session of day 5 fully in play. All three results were possible, with even rain playing its part, but in the end, England took that game. It was a batter's delight. India had 5 centuries, England had 2 and 199. But the difference was England fielded better and the lure was a lot better, while India was disastrous in both departments. Now for this match, England has already announced their lineup, and they're in an unchanged 11. We've already analyzed their 11 completely, and the analysis is linked down below, so you can check that out if you want more insights on their team. The interesting call for me was Jaiswal not being included in 11. He was added to this test squad, so I thought he'd make it, but he missed out. England likes to rotate their bowlers, and the first match they kind of looked a bit toothless. So I was expecting some changes. Even Sam Cook I thought might get a shot here or there, but for the moment they have gone in unchanged. Now switching over to India, and there are a lot of question marks. Despite playing a great game, they had a lot of holes in the team. But first and foremost, there will be concern about the Bumrah question. Now Bumrah heading into this series made it clear that he's only going to play 3 tests. With the next one taking place at Lord's after a very short break, there's a high chance he skips out on this one. The call is yet to be taken. So given that, there's already a massive concern where one pacer will have to be replaced, and a whole new leader of the pace bowling lineup will have to be established. Possibly replacing him, you have Akashdeep, who offers a lot of control, while Arshdeep's left-arm pace is an X-factor itself. India can also look towards a wicket-taking frontline spinner in Kuldeep Yadav. There are also shouts for Prasid Krishan to possibly be out of the 11. It might seem unfair to drop him after one game, but his discipline did not feel like a match test level standards. The other question is the number 7 and 8 spots. Washington Sundar and Nitish Kumar Reddy both gave very good competition to the existing players, and given the lack of results from them last match round and the lower collapses, they have a case to make it in. Jadeja bowled well in many ways and was unlucky with some drops, but at the end of the day he only picked 1 wicket despite bowling a lot. And then Shahid Thakur was mysteriously given very less bowling. He was treated as a part-time bowler when I think he could even open the bowling. Siraj works well as a first change, and that is a role that suits him, while Shahid was a good expert on a swing and capable of getting wickets somehow. He even did this match with 2 balls and 2 wickets, yet was not given much of a role before that or after. In this case, between Washington Sundar, Nitish Kumar Reddy, Ravindra Jadeja and Shahid Thakur, I would not be surprised if any of the 2 were selected, so it all falls down to that day and what the captain's feeling. Then there's the batting question, and most of the established batsmen did well. I mean, they all got centuries. It's Karun Nair and Sai Sudarshan, the 2 additions who have question marks over them because they didn't perform in the first match. It should be very early to consider their positions because you never drop a batsman after just 1 game. But there will be a question over whether they should have been picked in the first place. Nitish Kumar Reddy could play as a batsman. Arguably, so could Washington Sundar, and you've got Dhruv Jurel who's been performing for India A all the time right there in the lineup. Picking someone like Sai Sudarshan who's averaged below 40, it was always a question mark, and he showed his nervousness big time on the biggest stage. Nevertheless, I don't think there'll be any changes in that. This early, you have to give them at least 2 shots, probably even 3. My final lineup for the Indian team would be the same top 6. Washington Sundar I think would just make it number 7 because of the reports. Nitish Reddy comes in at number 8 or number 7 depending on how that goes. Shahid could go at number 9, but I do think Siraj and Prasid take the spot, and I sadly feel like Jasprit Bumrah won't be playing this match. Akashdeep comes in. Now this young Indian team does have their backs against the wall. The record at Edgbaston is also nothing to be proud of. Just 1 draw and 7 losses in 8 games so far is very disappointing. Gill will have to rally his troops and find a way to bring the energy up, because despite all the problems, last match round they're only a whisker away from winning and taking the lead in the series. England will hope their batting lineup performs the same way it did the first match with everyone chipping in, but for them I think the Pacers will have to step it up a bit. They had a tendency to go wide and bowl a few loose balls. I think they have to work on that. Well, for India, fielding will be the main concern, something they want to rectify, because as Josh Butler said, it's tough enough taking 20 wickets in Test cricket. When you have to take 25 or 30, it becomes a whole different equation. And then of course the lower has to do more. You can't just collapse and you can't bat without any game sense. Sticking around can help you get those extra 30-40 runs at times, and we see every other team doing it. There's no reason why India can't do it. With the way everything is, this promises to be another thrilling encounter to what is a very exciting series. Let us know down below what you think will happen and how you think this test will shape up. I do think England are the favourites, but as we've seen before, a young Indian team with hunger can pull insane results. And so that's that. That's our preview of this match. And let us know down in the comments below what changes you would make and how you would like to see in your lineup. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.